What's up, YouTube? So, the Atlanta DEA decided to charge Garrett Roth with murder in connection to the Rashaad Brooks incident. Let's talk about it. Okay guys, like I said, the district attorney in Atlanta decided to go ahead and press charges on the two police officers involved in the Rashaad Brooks case. One of the cops got 3 charges, the other got 11. The one that got 11 is Garrett Roth. We're going to focus on him because that guy got the kitchen sink thrown at him, and along with murder, which can, warrant the death penalty. Okay, now the DA, I don't know if I said this before, but his name's Paul Howard. I went ahead and investigated this guy, and it turns out this guy's a piece of shit. Okay, he's under investigation for right now for sticking his greedy, stupid, corrupt hand in a police fund for his own benefit, and also he got caught sexually harassing, or he's under investigation for sexual harassment, and he's in a pretty tight runoff with somebody else for his job. Okay, so probably this is a way to distract from him being a total piece of shit. Okay, and he decided during this press conference they had yesterday that he was going to conjure this narrative about Rashaad Brooks and this police officer. Okay, and you can tell that it's a total bunch of bullshit. Basically, it's bullcrap. He said that Rashaad Brooks was cordial to the police officers, which he was, but also the police officers were pretty professional and pretty nice to him and fair to him as well. But the thing is, once they put the cuffs on him, he decided to lose his crap and beat the hell out of these 2 police officers. I'm going to tell you right now, I would have been nice to the cops too, thinking that there might have been a possibility that I might have gotten out of it. I would have been sweet as sugar, but and so was he, until they put the cuffs on him. Okay. Also, Paul Howard decided to say that it's Atlanta's procedures. It's Atlanta's procedures to tell the suspect that he is under arrest. Okay, now we went back and seen the video. We seen what the cop said. The cop said after the breathalyzer, and after talking to him for a little bit, he decided to say, well, I think you've had a little bit too much to drink, and went to grab Rashaad's arm to put the handcuffs on him. And once those handcuffs go on, there's no going out. It's a wrap, son. All right, you're going to jail. Everybody knows that. Rashaad knows what was going on. That's why he decided to fight the police. All right. And also, Paul Howard decided to say, he also said this. He said that Rashaad Brooks was peacefully sleeping in his vehicle. Okay, Rashaad was peacefully sleeping in his vehicle. He was passed out drunk. Now, the rest of the people in the line, however, they're probably pretty pissed about this jackass falling asleep in front of them when they're trying to get a freaking Wendy's burger late at night. I would be ticked. This guy is a total asshole, okay? And he might have been nice to the cops, but he decided to beat the crap out of these 2 cops. All right? Also, Paul Howard decided to say that the stun guns, these stun guns, are not lethal. However, just a couple of weeks ago, there was another case involving stun guns, and he admitted that a stun gun is a lethal weapon. All right, it just didn't fit the narrative at this time. It didn't get what he wanted to get accomplished. So Paul Howard, you're an ass. All right, you shouldn't have done this. He also tried to use I believe it's a Supreme Court case called Tennessee versus Donner or something like that. I can't remember the name, but he was saying that this Supreme Court case decided that if somebody's running away from you and you're a police officer, you're not allowed to shoot him, which is fair enough. However, there's a provision in there that says that if the suspect becomes a threat to the police officers, they're allowed to do that, or a threat to somebody else, which they need that authority. Okay, say a guy's running away from them and he decides to go ahead and take a woman hostage or something, they need to put that dude down. All right. Paul Howard also decided to say, well, once he took the stun gun and decided to aim it at the police officer, he shot above his head. Yeah, the jackass missed. He was probably trying to shoot the cop in the face. All right. There's all sorts of shenanigans going on in here, man. Like two of the accounts of assault and battery with a deadly weapon was because Garrett, accidentally hit a white SUV with two people inside. So that's two accounts. The guy's just throwing the kitchen sink at this poor police officer, okay? You got to realize right now, Paul Howard, that he just got slammed on his head. He got the crap beat out of him, and he's trying to protect his partner. That's their job. He's concussed. Yes, he missed. That sucks. But under the circumstances, I forgive him. And he might have been so concussed that he might have thought that the taser gun that homeboy stole from him, might have been a gun. You don't know what happened. You don't know what was going through his mind. He's trying to force this narrative that these police officers murdered this guy, and it's not going to hold water. The only thing I can see that him probably saying that maybe the cops weren't proficient at was this: they didn't try to resuscitate him. They didn't try to resuscitate him after he had been shot. Okay, and he tried to claim that one of the police officers put his foot on his shoulder, the other one kicked him. Now, I don't know if he kicked him. I don't know what kind of kick it was because we don't have video of that. He might have nudged him and been like, oh man, he's dead. The other guy might have put his foot on his arm, because this is what he said. He said, I thought I had my foot on his arm. This might be some kind of, I'm not a police officer, but it might be some kind of way of making sure that Rashaad isn't a threat, by putting his foot on his arm to make sure he can't get his arm loose or grab a gun or something like that, okay? I'm just giving him the benefit of the doubt. Now, what Paul Howard said was in the context of Rashaad's injuries that one of the bullets pierced his spine and it shot him in the heart. That's a wrap, guys. I mean, maybe he might have been dead. And what is the point of resuscitating? As a police officer, if I was a police officer, I would still try to administer CPR, okay? But, I mean, if you get shot in the heart, it's a wrap. You're dead. If anybody's ever been hunting, you aim for the heart of the deer because you put the deer down and there's no suffering for the deer, okay? And the deer literally drops. It's a wrap. They're dead. It's the cleanest kill you can possibly do. And that's what happened to Rashaad, man. I hate that the guy died. That sucks. Okay, nobody likes that this guy died. Nobody is taking pleasure in this. But due to the circumstances, I believe it was a justified kill. I believe the police officers needed to use force. If the guy would have just not fought the cops, man. Black folks, white folks, folks of all ethnicities, do not fight the cops. Do not injure the cops. You cannot fight the cops. They have to use whatever force necessary to administer the law, okay? And this guy, Paul Howard, he has shot himself in the foot so bad because there's police officers just leaving in droves and droves. They're like, screw it, I'm out of here. If I can't do my job right, I'm going home to my family, okay? And I understand that, and good for them. They should all walk out. This guy's getting fired, Paul Howard's gone. There's no way he's going to get his job back. He shot himself in the foot. Police are leaving. And this is another thing to think about, because me and my friends, we were listening to the police scanner last night. There's no traffic. Every once in a while, like 30 minutes, you'll hear something, but there's no traffic because all the cops have walked out because of this. It's not a good deal. Atlanta, it's not a good deal for you, man, because you know what? The truckers said if there's not a police force in these urban cities, they are not delivering. Where do you think your food comes from? Do you think it's just grown on rooftops? No, there's rural areas out there that grow your food and then they use truckers to ship that food in. If you don't have truckers, if truckers refuse to go into your city because it's not safe, you're not going to eat, son. And if you think you're going to the rural areas and you think they're going to be able to rob their houses and their cities and this, that, and the other because you're hungry and you want to loot and set fire to their cities, bro, it's going to be bad because these people know each other. They go to church with each other. They work with each other. They know each other's names. It's not impersonal like in the city. They are friends. They are family. They're more than friends. They depend on each other. And I'm telling you right now, they aren't rocking no cheap freaking Jennings that jams up every 5 shots. They have ARs. They have Armalite rifles. They have AK-47s. They have hunting rifles that can. They have an arsenal. You do not realize what is going to happen to you if you go into these small towns after you burn down your own cities. It ain't gonna fly, man. It's not gonna fly. And a lot of people think of this as a civil war. They could come up into a armed conflict. I can see that happening. I'm telling you right now. I work with a bunch of these people. They talk about it. And it way exceeds race, and this, that, and the other. Like all of us folks, whether it's black, white, whatever, we all work with each other. We all know each other, and we're all going to defend each other in these rural areas. So if you come out here with your stupid bull crap, you're going to get freaking killed in the dirt, son. In the dirt. Don't let David Chappelle on that show pump you up with the rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat. That stuff ain't going to fly. You're going to get your butt kicked. Don't do it. Do not do it. We nobody wants that. So get your stuff together in your own city. Fire this Paul Howard guy. Start listening to the cops. Quit freaking hitting the cops and assaulting the cops. And everything will be cool. You guys can go back to your normal life. We can get past this COVID-19 crap and go on our way. And be Americans. Be friends. We're far away from each other, but we're supposed to be united under, that the American way of life. Man, we're just so divided right now. Anyways, hey, I'm going to the Trump rally on Saturday. I'm just going to go there to document it. I'm not going inside the rally. I just want to videotape and talk to people so I can make you guys a video. All right, I'm not like a huge Trump supporter. You'll find out like in further videos that I was a Ted Cruz guy. All right, Trump, he didn't answer very many of the questions in 2016, in my opinion. And I thought he was going to govern as a liberal, so I did not support him, in the primaries in 2016. But I am going to go to the rally just to check it out and to bring you guys some content. Okay, the podcast is on its way. The podcast is under construction. Like I said, it's going to be me and two other guys, and it's going to be set up just like pretty much Rogan's podcast, but it's going to be more Midwestern, okay? And that's what we're shooting for. I got some funny friends. We're also going to bring in some people from my town. So if you want to see that, and stick around, man. So give us a subscribe. If you want to donate to our Patreon account, the link's in the description below. Also, if you want to hit me up in my email, let me know what you think. Links in the description below. Also comment, like, do all that other good stuff. Hey, man, with all that being said, God bless you. God bless your families. And I hope you have a good day.